Welcome my dear listeners. Stay with me to get the news first and subscribe to the channel. Let's find out what's going to happen on royal family. People were angry with Meghan Markle for having Princess Kate troll at an event. How low can you get? A royal commentator criticized Meghan Markle after it was revealed that an interest troll who was harassing Princess Catherine would be going to her fancy wellness retreat weekend in Australia, but a journalist would not be allowed in. Next week, the Duchess of Sussex and her husband Prince Harry will be going to Australia for 4 days to promote their businesses and interests. People say that Harry and Meghan are working on their own projects. Meghan is especially focused on promoting her lifestyle brand as ever. As it looks into moving into new markets, Meghan is going to be women on the event in Sydney where tickets cost £1,440 each. She will also do an on-stage interview at the event. From April 17 to 19, the 5-star Intercontinental Hotel will host the Her Best Life retreat, which will be a 3-day luxury event for up to 300 women. According to the organizers, the former Suits actress will be a guest speaker. Their program will include a gala dinner where guests can talk to Meghan in person, as well as powerful conversations, relaxation, laughter, and unforgettable experiences. VIP tickets come with the best seats at a table in the front 2 rows for the gala dinner and the chance to take a group photo with Meghan. But this week it came out that the organizers wouldn't let a journalist in after she paid and reserved her spot at the event because they find out she worked in the media. A Sussex fan who has been a long-time critic of the royal family, especially the Princess of Wales, has been bragging about getting VIP tickets to the fancy event. A royal commentator has now criticized the Duchess for being picky about who she talks to. Richard Fitzwilliams, a veteran loyal royal commentator, told the Daily Express the event has gotten attention for all the wrong reasons. What the verified reporting really says about Tom BOWER's Meghan Bombshell. The most popular version of this story says that Tom BOWER exposed Meghan Markle's secret yacht past and that Oprah was somehow asked to delete it. The verified news I found does not back up that exact claim. There is a new wave of Sussex backlash over BOWER's new book, Betrayal, Power, Deceit, and the Fight for the Future of the Royal Family, as well as a number of shocking claims about Camilla, William, Kate, Andrew, and Invictus. The real story is more like another chapter in the long Sussex media war than a single smoking gun. BOWER's book has made Harry and Meghan the focus of royal debate once more. According to Reuters, the new biography quotes Queen Camilla as saying that Meghan had brainwashed Harry. It also says that William and Kate saw Meghan as a threat as tensions rose before the Sussexes left Britain in 2020. Harry and Meghan's spokesperson called the book a crazy conspiracy, and the couple said that BOWER was making up complicated stories about people he has never met. Because the Sussexes are not treating this like a normal royal biography, that answer is important. They see it as a personal attack. The Guardian and ABC News both reported on their statement, in which they say that BOWER had long crossed the line from criticism into fixation, and that people who want deranged conspiracy and melodrama already know where to find him. The language is very harsh, which shows how little patience Harry and Meghan have for books that use the same old hostility in a more polished way. The other claims in the book are just as clear. According to Reuters, BOWER writes that Harry was upset by the death of his uncle Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and worried that his brother William could one day take away the Sussex's titles and send him back to Britain. The Guardian also says that Meghan told William, "If you don't mind, get your finger out of my face," during a meeting to make up after the Sussex's honeymoon. These are the kinds of stories that will make the news. Even if no one checks the sources, BOWER also criticizes the Sussex's business life. Both Reuters and The Guardian say that the book criticizes their Netflix deal and their appearance at the Invictus Games in 2025, which BOWER calls the Meghan Games. According to reports, he quotes Canadian business leaders who said Meghan was a distraction for veterans who were hurt. That way of attacking it fits a pattern that is well known. BOWER often talks about the Sussex project as a mix of branding, self-importance, and anger at the institutions they used to depend on. That's where the rumor about the yacht gets mixed up. The sensational version of the story says that Meghan wanted Oprah to get rid of a part of the story that was embarrassing and involved yachts and secret nights. The reliable sources I found do not back that up. Instead, the news lately has been about the claims made in the BOWER book and how angry the Sussexes were about them. To put it another way, the yacht past angle seems to be part of the internet's larger gossip machine, not something that I could find in the mainstream news reports I looked at. That difference is important because people have been spreading rumors about Meghan for a long time. Anything that has to do with money, power, or private history spreads quickly, especially if it has to do with the palace, Hollywood, or Oprah. But this new round of reporting isn't about Oprah erasing anything. It's about a new biography of Tom BOWER and how he has reopened old wounds by turning royal tension into a new book. It's also important to think about where Harry fits into all of this. According to Reuters, he and Meghan have been estranged from the royal family since they left their official duties in 2020 and moved to California. However, they are still very popular in Britain and around the world. That's the background for every new book, excerpt, and accusation. The Sussexes are still famous enough for any claim to make headlines around the world, but they live far enough away from the palace that they don't get to control the story for very long. The royal family, on the other hand, has mostly kept quiet. According to Reuters, Buckingham Palace did not respond to BOWER's claims, and William, Kate, or their representatives did not respond right away. The monarchy often uses silence as a weapon, and in this case it also keeps a controversial biography from turning into a public fight between the palace and Sussex. The book does the talking, and the family that is most affected by it watches the comments spread. The media has reacted quickly because this is the kind of story that makes people obsessed with the royal family. It has a well-known author, a famous target, unresolved family problems, and the title Betrayal. That basically tells you there will be drama before you even open the book. The best reporting so far paints a more accurate picture. BOWER has put out a biography full of hostile claims. Harry and Meghan have called it obsessed and melodramatic, and the strongest verified excerpts focus on Camilla, William, Kate, and Andrew, and Invictus instead of any confirmed yacht confession. That's why the headline seems bigger than the proof. It was made to promise a secret ledger of revelations, but most of the reporting is really about how to understand and respond to them. BOWER has made accusations, the Sussexes have said no to them. Commentators have rushed to make those claims into a more shocking story. The truth is somewhere in the middle. A couple who are very public, a book that is very hostile, and a media ecosystem that reverts the most scandalous and sharpest version of events. If there is a real lesson to be learned, it's that this new wave of Sussex coverage tells us as much about the royal media economy as it does about Meghan. BOWER's book is not the first paint Meghan as manipulative, ambitious, or hard to deal with. And it won't be the last. Harry and Meghan's reaction shows that they are still fighting back hard when they think the line has been crossed. And the yacht rumor, no matter how popular it seems online, is still not confirmed in the reports I could find. So, to make it clearer, Tom BOWER has not been proven to have revealed an Oprah-led effort to erase Meghan's yacht past. He has started a new royal firestorm with a book full of sharp claims, and Harry and Meghan have called it a fixation based on conspiracy and melodrama. The headline may promise hidden nights and a buried past, but the real story is much simpler and just as revealing. The Sussex war over reputation is still very much alive. The truth here feels a lot less explosive, but a lot more telling. The backlash around Meghan Markle isn't really about one guest at one event. It's about trust, control, and perception. Because when a critic critique of Catherine, Princess of Wales is welcomed while a journalist is reportedly turned away. It creates a narrative, whether it's fair or not, and in today's media world, perception is reality. Now here's where it gets complicated. Public figures, especially ones as scrutinized as Prince Harry and Meghan, often try to create safe spaces, controlled environments, curated audiences, and honesty that makes sense on a human level. But at the same time, it can backfire because it raises a bigger question. Is this about protecting peace or controlling the story? That's the line people are reacting to, and it's a thin one. In my opinion, this isn't some shocking scandal, but it is a PR mistake, not because of what Meghan did intentionally, but because of how it looks from the outside. And with success, optics have always been half the battle. Looking ahead, this Australia trip could quietly become a turning point. If handled well, it reinforces their independent brand. If not, it adds fuel to the long-running narrative that they are selective about criticism. So the real question is, will this moment fade as just another headline or become part of a bigger pattern people can't ignore? And more importantly, can Meghan reshape the narrative, or is the narrative already shaping her? Because in the royal spotlight, even the smallest guest list can tell a much bigger story.